Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we are reading for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Now, you know when I read for the weekend, yes, I will use my two Radley Valentine decks. I will use my Angel Tarot cards for the main message. I will pull one from my Archangel Power Tarot cards. I will also pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all decks with Reiki energy. Remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to deliver the message, and I hope that you let me know who it was for. Anyway, one of the things we need to know about is April 3rd. So April 3rd, Mercury, which is in charge of communications, electronics. A lot of times there's a lot of karmic type of value with Mercury, especially when it's retrograde. Right now it is going direct, and all the planets are still going direct. But Mercury entering into Aries, and that will be at 11:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a lot of interesting things going to happen with Mercury entering into Aries. Aries is a fire sign, and there's a lot of I energy. Not I, but more I energy with Aries. It is the first sign in the astrological year. So, a couple of things. One is be careful about what you're going to be talking about. Tempers could be raised. So, and this is while it's in Aries. So it's not just for this day, but you may find communication being very blunt, very to the point. But it also may be a time for you, especially if you have a hard time communicating. It may be a time for you to actually dig deep and pull out those words that you have been waiting and wanting to say. Now, maybe you have been waiting and holding them back for a specific reason. Maybe not. That's up to you. But just be aware that, could be some fiery speech going on when Mercury goes into Aries. So let's begin the readings. Hello, my Capricorns. How are you, my Cappies? Now, let's see what we have for this weekend. I feel very good about this, especially for you. My Capricorns, I feel a lot of clarity coming for you, okay? I feel a lot of clarity and a lot of purpose or seeing your purpose. And, the confusion, it's like the water was being really muddied up and swirling around you, and now I feel like you can look and see the bottom. You know how if you've ever been to I don't know if this is a creek or it's not necessarily a river because rivers are kind of muddy, but when the water is all stirred up and when it settles, it's like the water is so much clearer. The mud has settled. How's that? I feel like things have settled down, and it's something you can work with now. Not to say things are going to always be easy, because it's not. But it's like, I can work with this. I can work with this. Anyway, let's see what we have for my Cappies. First card up, here we go, reversed. That has a stronger energy. Knight of Water. So, Knight's underlying energy is our Leo Sagittarius. It's also Aries. We're in Aries. It's passionate, burning, determined. Water energy is our Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, fluid and emotional. So there's a connection, though, too. There is a spiritual connection between water and fire energy. In many ways, the water helps to keep the fire from burning too much, and the fire basically heats up that water too. So I'm kind of getting this coming to a better temperature, a better placement. But Knights are also very directional. They will go where you lead them to go. So there is that emotional component that is pushing you forward. But again, I do feel like, again, now that the mud has settled down and you can kind of see the rocks on the bottom or the sand or whatever it is down there. It's something that that you're compelled to. It's something that you're pulled to. But it's just, there's so much clarity. And with that, I'm surprised that we don't really have, well, we'll see if we have any air energy, because it's helping you to think clearer. I feel like you're coming into, if you're not already into, no, I feel like you're coming into a time where you can just see things clearer and you can think clearer. But there's also this, I feel like your heart is also involved in, a lot of people are, coming into their pathway. And what I mean by that, a lot of people are coming into their spiritual calling. Okay. Now, spiritual calling does not mean that you have to be fasting and praying on your knees and living a life of poverty. Believe me, that does not mean that. Spiritual calling can also be you just being kind and loving to others, and you show, what your spiritual belief system is, and whether that be higher power, your guardian angels, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, your archangels, but showing that, and that's why I'm always saying, keep your light, your vibrations high, showing that, I was called for many, many years to do whatever it was that I was supposed to do through the business world. Okay, so you can be, but it's kind of like a, like settling in type of energy too. Okay, we've talked a lot. Whoever needed that. Emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. There could be somebody partnering with you that actually could be, you might be meeting somebody, or a relationship growing closer, partnering yourself. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's romantic, but it doesn't mean that it's not. Okay? Next card. The Chariot. So we have 7. 7 has a divine energy. Okay? 7 is a perfect number. 7 is one of those, it's kind of like, I'm going this way, and nope, nope, nope. Higher power redirects you. Now, Chariot is Archangel Metatron. Now, Metatron is believed to have been Enoch before the flood, okay? And he walked on earth and then transcended into the heavens. So we've got a lot of really, interesting energy. And Metatron knows what it's like to walk on earth, regardless of what time or what era he was in. He knows what it's like to have that, that two, that calling. One is the supernatural, one is the natural. So that's an interesting thing about Enoch. Now, the Chariot basically has a couple of things that come to me. One, for me, fast movement. Okay, the Chariot, things move fast. A lot of times the Chariot is letting go and kind of like higher power, take the wheel. I have no real control over this. And then this is not necessarily easy for Capricorns to do, because, you see how it should come out and you want it to, because, and again, too, many times for you, it's because you want it to come out into that better place. So you try to redirect it. And sometimes sometimes, many times, it's just kind of let things happen. And, this could be a weekend for you that it says no take back. So what that means to me is, when you give something to your higher power, Archangel Metatron, don't take it back. And I know, I think, that's one of those times that it's like, oh, you must be busy. No, no take backs. Anyway, the Chariot also talks about an important achievement: self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. So you might be called in front of people, and you might actually, there might be some sort of, and for a positive way, okay? Let's try this one. The 10 of fire. So we have a 10. 10s are transitional. Fire energy is our Aries. We're in Aries. It's also our Leo, Sagittarius. It's passionate, burning, very determined energy. It does have a spiritual component too, like water does, but on a different level. The 10 of fire is about is a couple of things. Ten of Fire is being extremely busy. The Ten of Fire is also building off of what you have built upon, what you have already built up. The Ten of Fire is also protecting what you have built. Okay, so there is a very strong, even though things are changing, and it's not so much that you're looking back, because fire doesn't look back. Fire just keeps, think of it as a, a forest fire, which I don't, please no, but think, fire just travels and it goes forward. But the Ten of Fire, even though things are moving forward, you still have to remember, you still have to not neglect what has gone on in the past. Okay, so the weekend is things might be moving for you, and but again, too, you don't neglect the other pieces that have led you to where you're at. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do something about it, but you might need to keep an eye on it. Okay, too much work, accept help from others. Life is out of balance, stress related, health concerns. And that's more a case of, because it's kind of like, I need to go this way, but I can't forget this. It could also be saying, maybe you need to go this way, and maybe you need to let go of this too. But it's usually, the Ten of Fire usually means it's like, it's kind of like I'm standing on an ice cube. I'm standing on an ice cube and a banana peel, and the ice cube's melting. It's kind of like you feel like you're slip sliding along. You're not necessarily feeling as stable as you would like to feel. So this weekend could make you feel that way. It may make you feel a little off-centered this weekend, but at the same time, things are moving around you and moving for you, and you are getting clarity, okay? It's just that it's a little off. It's kind of like, I'm feeling kind of like when you've been on one of those rides that spins you around and then you have to start walking, okay? So here we go. This one is reversed. The 7 of Gabriel. Again, we have the 7s here. So we have a 7107. That might mean something. Again, that divine number. Gabriel is fire energy, okay? Again, so we've talked about what fire energy is all about. This is you standing up. This is not, so even though these things, and even though you might feel off-centered, even though you may feel like I said, one foot on the banana peel, one foot on the ice cube's melting, so it's kind of like, you feel like you're going to do the splits, or you're being pulled in both directions. You still need to stand firm. You still need to go after what it is. You still need to have your faith. With those 7s, definitely have your faith, have your commitment, okay? So stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, claim your personal power. So it'll be an interesting weekend for you, my Capricorns, where, again, there's so much clarity. It's like you see it. Other people, when you have this clarity, other people may not be seeing it, so you may feel like you're kind of, like you're, it's like, who's the craziest one? Who's the ones, it's like, I can see things so clearly. Why can't you? And shouldn't say crazy, but I did. Anyway, why can't people see it? Type of thing. So like I said, it can make you feel a little off-centered. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Okay? Anyway, let's see what crystal or energy would be helpful for you this weekend. And I bought a whole bunch, and I put them down in my crystal, my little things, and I can't remember all of them. Here we go. Black obsidian. Well, I do know black obsidian. So here's my black obsidian. This is black obsidian. Here we go. I do love, black candles and black stones are very good for removing negative energies. Now you can use them in different ways. A lot of people don't necessarily use them. But I put it out there as this is to absorb and to get rid of negative energies or darker energies. Anyway, strength, support during changes, everyday stress relief, clears negative energy. Okay? Okay. So, my Capricorns, I hope you enjoy the readings. Remember, if you do, please like, share, subscribe, because it does help. Thank you. As always, my Capricorns, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.